And then another one is to really be there at the pyramids. It's a few seconds, not 30 seconds, not 10 seconds. It's less than 7 seconds. By 7 seconds, they're gone. So you need to capture them in the first 3 to 5 seconds. Okay. So 7 second rule would be when they're out of there. So you need to capture them before that. You can't wait that long to get them interested. Um, Usually it's something original, strong visuals, or a unique sound or a unique story hook. I keep thinking of that little creature hanging around and around and the Roomba that they showed a second of it, and I thought, oh, and it's still in my mind. Or the turtle being flipped over. Little, that's a strong visual, right? It's huge, huge tortoises and boom, being flipped over. That's a compelling story hook, right? So hero, you saw the other turtle lumbering really fast towards it, and we saw what? Less than 10 seconds because it was just that little speed, and already I'm hooked by that story, right? Anyway, so shorts, you would definitely not go deep into it. It's just quick little exciting things.
When it says vertical, it's shot vertically, not horizontally. That's what that means.
No, yes, if it's original, you shoot it vertically. But if you have shot everything horizontally for a long form video, then you need to extract little vertical bits from it.
Okay. All
So
right.
you might
Thank
end
you.
up with the pieces that have that black and white on top, like I showed you before, or
Okay.
you might be able to go into a video editor that can do that for you. And as long as the movement happens, and I showed people how to do that in my class the other day. I'm teaching a video editing class right now, and on Monday is my last one. I was doing video editing. Um, if you're a Mac person in the photos class, what I teach, the living the iLife class, is where I teach people how to do all of from their phone and computer and iPad photo and video editing. At the very end of this presentation, I have all my classes. That one's called Living the iLife, which is weird, but the name,
Right. Yeah.
but you can take a video that was horizontal and you can just reformat it and edit it, but the action has to be happening kind of in the middle or in one part. Like I was showing one where my kids are falling around the ice, kind of not skating, but they're walking on a piece of ice and they're skidding all over the place. I was able to turn it into vertical because most of the time the camera was focused and they were skidding around in one place. So in the vertical, you cut the sides and it was just them skidding around. It's the same video, but what you lost didn't matter. But if what you're showing matters that it be that way, you can't cut it into
Gotcha.
vertical. Then you have to leave black and white top and bottom to have the whole video in. And that's, I showed you a couple, two different samples of video,
Right.
vertical video before. If you're shooting for shorts, definitely shoot it in vertical. But if you're repurposing your long form, then unless you shoot both, because you're going to be in Egypt, you're going to do that and that and that and that, then you have it all. But if not, you're going to have to repurpose from the horizontal. Okay. Yes, Lee?
Thank you. I had actually two kind of more technical questions. One, you were talking about the background music, which I had found in our travel videos. I would go, there'd be music playing in the background when we walked past a restaurant. But I wanted to keep the sound of the car and the traffic and the birds chirping, but replace the music. What video editor that isn't
You
too
need
complicated that can actually do something like that? That was my first
there
question.
are no professional video editing can get around to doing that. Either you need to learn again, I'm gonna teach a class. I am creating one that is mobile, but then I would like to create one that's actually full on Premiere video editing. And see if we can get around to that one. I need to have enough people who want to take it. And in something like that, you can replace all of that and and piecemeal it out, but that's much harder. What you can do in this case is take down that sound and just put traffic sounds in the background, like you could put as an accent traffic sounds, right?
Take out the music altogether and just and leave the traffic sounds or something
Yeah, I
and
think
not have the music in
it's
there.
hard to put to separate sound from music. You need it when you're shooting, you need to be very aware of music that's around you.
Yeah, yeah, we didn't know. We say, oh, great, there's some music, but then we found out you couldn't. The second question was also technical. It was like I was looking at how to where do I go to find, like when you put in the meta tags, like your titles and your description and your SEO and stuff? Where do I find that on my dashboard? I was having trouble finding it on the dashboard.
Let me run through just a couple more slides. I'm going to open up channels. I'm looking at the time. I want to show you guys how to create a channel, and in that channel, I'll show you those questions because it's similar.
Okay,
Same place where you
okay,
put your handle, it's all there. So let me just
okay,
really quickly, a couple more slides about shorts, only in that they count very differently. Uh, Nothing that we've been talking about up until now matters for shorts. And since some of you got excited about making shorts, let me explain that uh, all everything we've been talking about videos being shown to people is only about long form videos. Shorts do not get discovered that way. They get swipe discovered. And I was saying they're not swipe discovered, they're not click discovered. So it's not you being shown things that you click on them. They just appear and you either like them or don't. Think about your phone when you're doing like this and you're going shoom, 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 shoom through the shorts. As opposed to when you're clicking on it on a regular YouTube, you have to click on a title if you like it. And then it starts playing. It's just sitting there still. But but shorts just start happening when you're on them. You know what I mean? It's a bit different. It starts being shown to you and you swipe away if you don't like it and you stay on it if it's attracting you. Um it's not there's nothing to click. It just starts playing as soon as it appears. It just the video just starts going. So then the metrics I had told you was click through CTR that we had talked about. The click-through rate doesn't matter at all because no one's clicking on them. They are being shown to you, right? So suddenly you're missing one of the ways that people used to count it as important. If it's interesting to you because of the thumbnail and the title, you click on it. Not here. It just appeared. Boom, it was given to you. So how do they give them to you? Well, um, the either you like it and you move on. I don't care anything about this actor. You move on. I don't care about that actor. You move on. I don't care about, oh, I like it. I don't care about the turtle. I'm going to stay and watch it. Right. So you just kind of swipe away what you don't like. And that's equivalent to I'm not interested. I'm not interested. Right. So you're in less than 7 seconds, you swiped it away because you don't care about these actors and boom, you care about the tortoises. So you stay on the tortoise. So here's a whole link, lots of detail of how it works, but it's interesting how you get shown shorts then. So here's what happens. When you post a short, your short gets shown to a small test audience. You post a short and it becomes a mix that gets shown to like a few hundred or a few thousand viewers max. It appears for them. And usually it's people who've shown interest. Remember, I've shown interest in that guy's little writing animals scores, and then suddenly another one appeared for me, right? So it just appeared for me. And at that point, your short is being tested. YouTube is saying, do people like this? Right? Now, if most people swipe away, then they're like, I'm not going to show this anymore. But if that small group of people watches most of it, be it 30 seconds or be it 3 minutes, depending on how long it is, they even maybe rewatch it. Remember, I let it run because it kind of kept running and I let it run. So that's like 3 likes. Then the algorithm goes, ooh, okay. So now let me show it to 300,000 people. And if they still like it, then they go, all right, let me show it. And so when you are looking at your numbers, you suddenly see a spike in views. It's because suddenly the video algorithm decided enough people are liking this. I'm going to show it to a lot more people. So out of a lot more people are going to like it if they like it. Does that make sense? So you can see the activity of your shorts and your videos and the channel, who's viewing it, how many people are viewing it, when they're viewing it, and suddenly your views spike. And it's because suddenly YouTube is feeding it to a whole bunch more people. Does that make sense?
Is that the same on Instagram? Because I've posted stuff and then it's like 400 people viewed it, and I'm thinking I only have 180 followers.
Yeah.
Does it work the same way?
Yeah,
Kind of.
pretty much. Yeah, because you don't get to choose an Instagram, whatever shows up, shows up. The people you follow, the people you like, but also other stuff shows up. And it's pretty much like, okay, how many people are liking this? The moment no one clicks on it, it stops being shown to anyone. Yeah, it's pretty much. Um, So for shorts, it's only retention. That's all they can do. They can't do click rates. It's only retention. So again, a 30-second short where people watch 25 seconds is awesome. A 6-second short where people watch 20 seconds, even though they watch the same amount, that means that's really bad, right? So depending on how well you've engaged with them, whether they stay through to however much you're showing is whether it's considered good or bad. Okay, so it's viewed or swiped away, viewed or swiped away. Anyway, I'm going to move on. The content it says has to sell itself instantly. So if you're going to make a short, don't make it a slow beginning. If it's a short, it has to start with the action. Boom. It starts and the action is happening. There's no gentle introduction in a short. Okay. And then live streaming, that's a completely different creature. And that's basically when you want to engage with your community on in person, right? And so Q&As, teach a class, hold a music session, rap. How do you call it when musicians get together and they start playing together? There's a name for that. I'm having uh, um, a moment there, a senior moment. I can't remember.
Jamming.
Huh?
Jamming.
The music's
Jam
jam.
session. People
They
are
get together for a jam session.
Jam session.
jam session. Thank you. You know, all of that could be real life, and people get to react and join. Kind of mention that, and you also get to interact with your viewers so that they'll be more interested in what you show when it's not live. The important thing is it can go really wrong. Like one of these Zooms, the first time you host one and something isn't working today, remember my Zoom at first wasn't working. If you're on live and something like that happens, you've lost. People are off to something else, right? So make sure you got all the you guys were kind of hooked in. Your students in this class, you had to stay. But I would have lost you had that been at the beginning of a live session. Remember when my mouse stopped working and I had to go and restart something? Unless they're fans of you and they love you, they'll stay. But pretty much make sure things are working. So do a test, schedule it in, and tell people a month away, 3 weeks away, 2 weeks away, 1 week away, boom. Or maybe you're someone who every Wednesday at 3 has a live session and everyone knows that Wednesday at 3 they have to show up. So that works as well. But you need to have more than 1,000 subscribers before the live streaming becomes an option for you. Okay, here's a whole introduction to live streaming. I'll let you watch this one on your own. I want us to get, so it's a video. You can click on it and it tells you much more. What you asked, what camera, what equipment or what ways would you do it? This one, it's a 4-minute video, but it kind of gives you a bit of an introduction to that. So I'm gonna let you do that. And now we get to let's create a YouTube channel. All right. Let me see. Here I have a current video 2025, although we saw one 2026 today with steps to follow about how to create one, which is it has a few different steps than what you had to do in 2024 and so on and so forth. So this is a shorty in 8 minutes. He speaks fast, but he goes through some really good stuff. I watched another one that was 25 minutes and like at least 8 of those minutes he was promoting some of his stuff. Come and sign up to me. And I was like, oh, well, that was basically 12 minutes. I'm doing fine with these 8, you know. So anyway,
If you're new to
I'm going to move on, let you watch it. And then here I have 3 others. So this is what I have, start having a lot of links, right? Yes, you can work your channel on a mobile device. Here's how to create and customize it from Creators Basic. This is another one from Best Guide. So, which are different from the one from this one that I just showed you here that has its own link, right? So I put some that I thought were good. Remember I told you that I have a lot of information about video resolution sizes. A lot of the technical stuff follows. So I'm going to click through it because I want to get to the real thing. I want to open YouTube and have us work on the back kind of scenes of a channel. So it explains formats, resolutions, aspect ratios, when they're good, when they're bad. So I'm just kind of just absorb it later on your own because we won't have time. Recommended resolutions videos, and then links to get more information about this. Look, how to convert vertical video to horizontal. Here's one way. Video formats again, technical stuff. Adding tags to your video. Someone wanted to add about that. YouTube is very restricted. There's been so much overuse of tags and keywords that now they're very careful. And if they think you're spamming or over promising or saying things that are not there, they actually take your videos down. And if you're not careful, their channel down. So be very careful. with what you choose to tag or not tag. Have it be very, very accurate to what you're saying and showing. Don't try to catch a whole bunch of stuff. They say tags can be useful if the content on your video is commonly misspelled. So say that you normally, whoops, people normally don't know how to reach. Say that you're talking about the um, Aeolic period era and they don't write it right. So then you put a bunch of different tags with the possibilities of how they could have written it so that they can still find you. That would be a use of tags if things are misspelled, or your name. People are looking for you, look at my name. It's so hard. If people were looking for me, I would have to tag my stuff with like 10 variations of how people might write my name. That way, when they write it the wrong way, they would still get to my stuff. In that sense, they allow them. But otherwise, YouTube says that they play a minimal role in your video's discovery. Like they don't use it to get people to reach your stuff anymore because it was overused, right? And so then adding excessive tabs is against YouTube's policies. And here you can read all of the policies. I did a whole link to all of the different policies. And they're really serious about that. In fact, every session I get some of my videos are pulled down from the, because they say the policy is bullying and harassment. And that's because in certain ones of my classes, I teach people how to use the contacts app list. And so when I demo that, there's lots of name and numbers there, which are fake. They say Iron Man and, 123 State Street, but they don't know. They see that and they think that I'm disclosing personal information of people. So they pull those videos down all the time saying that it goes against their bullying and harassment clause. So they really are careful about what you post. You have to read all of those policies and make sure that whatever you post doesn't do anything that they don't let you do. Title tools. So you're asking me, how do you get good titles? Here I have YouTube title generator, title checker. So you would put in one title in there and they'll give you, many variations of how it might be made better. Title checker, title and thumbnail checker in YouTube, where you put 3 or 4 different titles and thumbnails and they test it for you and tell you this one's the one that's best. Okay, so these are just tools that are available for you. It tells you ideally the 600 pixels, 60 characters on a desktop, 3 lines and stuff like that. So you can test it. Let me just really quickly, let me see, title checker. Let me see if it, give me an idea of a title. Travel through ancient Egypt. And I check it, and this is way short for a YouTube video, and I'll say I'll check it. And then it's only 284 pixels, and ideally it would be 600 pixels long. How many words, character count, and when I go, it scores at 49. It's short. They show me how it's going to look on a desktop. They show me how it looks on mobile. It's going to look weird. Travelers for ancient Egypt, like it kind of does this weird thing on a mobile. So then, with my best friend, I don't know. Let's try that one. Check. And okay, that's getting a little bit better, and it's going to look like that on a desktop, and it's going to look like that on mobile. You know what I mean? It kind of gives you some ideas. You keep trying them, but doesn't tell you if it's good or bad. This just helps you with length, word count, and how it's just preview what it's going to look like. This one, YouTube generator, I'm going to say the same thing, travel through ancient Egypt. Whoops. Let me just go with my best friend. Best friend. And I click on, and what tone do I want? Standard or professional or friendly? And then it'll come up with, and what do you want to use it for? Because it could be for many different things, but use it for YouTube. And so it says, Chasing the Sun Gods or Ancient Egypt Adventure. 48 hours lost in ancient Egypt with my best friend. Inside of Pharaoh's tomb, my best friend and I explore ancient Egypt. Da 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 da, right? So those are ideas of, and you know that a lot of this is hyper, I find that a lot of the titles are hyperbolic, but that is how YouTube titles are. And thus I'll go, okay, maybe I want to try this one. Maybe try this one different. So let me click on similar and have it come up with a few more like that one. So now it'll give you variations on the theme for that one. Okay. So those are just examples of little tools that exist out in the world. Again, make sure that you tell it, maybe you want to tell it funny, serious, creative, catchy, formal, excited. Right now I'm in standard for YouTube. Stars, statues, and silly stories, traveling with my best friend, cartouches, crooks, and camel capers, an ancient Egypt journey with my best friend, etc., etc., etc. So I would have never come up with any of this. And maybe I go, whoa, okay, that's a good one. Pyramids, playground pranks. Who knows why? Because I said my best friend. Sandal scribes and surprises. Okay, I'm going to copy that one, copy it from there, and then I'm going to move it and say that's my choice. Does that make sense, you guys? That's the kind of thing that these tools are. Keep checking all these links out on your time. This one talks about why search engine optimization, SEO is so important, but it talks about in particular why it's important for video. And I want to, don't have time to talk more about that again. I talk about it in the compelling class. It's 3:20. Basically, a lot of it is a bit is what we were saying, right? What you need to do is make sure that you deliver on what you promise. This is also for websites, for everything. If you say you're going to teach them this, teach them that. Don't run around teaching them something similar or different. Here's a link to Chat GPT, how I showed you how to add a description to the channel. And then here I have a bunch of different choices of how to create content. Here's a link to Canva, a beginner's guide, people who are asking me. This I find really good. 14 things you must do after uploading a YouTube video. I like this guy and how he teaches. Oh, thumbnail design tool. This was a good one. I got these 3 clips from this video. Next is clips, how to put in a long video and turn it into short clips, into short form clips. So this one, you link, you upload your long clip and it brings out lots of good ones. And then tags. If you want to add tags, click here and you tell it what the video is about and it creates tags for you. Okay, so CapCut is a free video editor that's really good. Otherwise, you have to go all the way to Premiere, Adobe, have all the Adobe sets. CapCut is really good for free. But then there's YouTube Create, and if I can get to it, YouTube Creator, it's the editor that YouTube has, and it's basic, but it's really good for when you need to trim or do things like that. So that's all these links for that information. How to edit YouTube videos with your YouTube Studio tool that YouTube gives you. So hopefully we can get around to that. And then lots of beginner tutorials, and LinkedIn Learning has a lot. LinkedIn Learning is free for you guys through school. So you can learn a lot from them. Beginner tutorials, and then shorts, how to create shorts straight from YouTube. Community guidelines is what I told you. Read these. You want to make sure before you start creating content that you're not breaking their rules or they'll kick you out. Channel monetization property, policies that you want to know about. And then I have like a bunch of signs of all the classes I'll be teaching in spring. And I'm going to run you off from those, let you explore those on your own. But as you can see, all of those are classes I'll be teaching in spring. So you might want to spend some time with those. And then the last thing I have is tech support for school, tech support, computer lab tech support, and public library tech coaching. Okay. I want to go into YouTube. So I'll leave you alone with a lot of those links. And you have them all, as I said, in your handouts over here. This is the YouTube for Business Fall 2025 V5. That is what I just showed you. Everything we just saw is this link, okay, in PDF format. All right, let's go. Let's stretch. It was supposed to have another 15-minute break, but we won't have time. Can we do a 5-minute stretch before we open up YouTube and go into the back end of a channel? Yeah. All right, so 3:23. Okay, okay, let's say 7 minutes. Let's be back at 3:30, okay? 3:30 p.m. See you guys in 7 minutes. I know it's not time yet, but Chris, are you there perchance? Chris? Probably not.
I'm here if that works.
Yeah, it's specific to
Okay, I gotcha.
got to do with her registration, but yeah. Um,
She said she couldn't process it till Monday, but it's in.
oh,
Okay.
but okay. But okay.
Thank you. Yep.
But how can she process it after the class is over? Does she understand that the class is over today?
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, she had a hard time understanding what I was trying to do, but I don't think it would have mattered if I got there earlier.
Yeah. No,
I don't
you're
know.
still registered probably until 4:15 p.m., 4:30 p.m., but I don't know that she can register you later. Okay. Worst case scenario, pay it forward for another one in the future.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
The school
I
gets
will.
paid based on
Okay.
registrations and because you're not in my
I
roster.
can always
and
I
I'm
can always
closing class.
retake it too, just to get keep your numbers or whatever.
Well, the class roster closes today. I'll have to drop people who didn't come, and then after that, you can't access it anymore. It's dead in stone, so she can't sign you up on Monday. She didn't.
No, I meant if I have to, I'll just take the class again when you offer it again.
Oh, that's fine. Oh, by the way, yeah, if she's here, yeah, might know. I don't think you can, yeah, because yeah was working at an office the other.
What was the question? Sorry, I had to jump
Chris
off.
wasn't fully registered into this class, and normally, please don't tell on me, I'm supposed to say no. But she's in my other classes, and I said, sure, just go and get the registration done today. But they just told her they're gonna not do it till Monday, and I'm like, that's not gonna work. She went and put in the paperwork, but she was told they couldn't do it till Monday. But the class finishes today, that's it. There's no way to register me on Monday, right? Her on
Yeah, if the class has already ended, then what you can do is you can email the registration form.
took the registration form, but they said
Yeah,
to
I can figure that out.
submit it
Wait.
as an email before the class is over. So it looks like,
Yeah. So if you submit it before the class was over and if you were attending, then it could be done that way, but other than that, I'm not sure it would be accepted
right?
after.
Okay, I'll try that. I'll try it. Let's see what happens.
Thank you. All right, guys.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
For all the knowledge there. I've never had someone in my class who could answer these kind of questions. So excited. I always kind of shoot out my best guess about what the front office does, but I'm never 100% sure. So that's good. All right. Cool. Here we go. Let's get into YouTube, the back end of YouTube, into the back channels, into the deep dark internal. Let me oh, this is a template of really quick explanation of what this is. A photo for your banner can be this big, right? The light gray, all of that. And it'll only show that way when you go to my channel on TV. But then when you go to my channel on a big desktop, you're only going to see from here to here of that photo. Like you won't see all that and all that. And then if you're in a tablet, you'll see that. And when you're in a mobile or in a small desktop, you'll only see this, right? So anything that has to be safely viewed has to be within this dark gray area. So here's an example of a photo, and you don't see the marks too well, but basically all of this is not going to be seen anywhere other than on a TV. And then on a desktop, you'll see all that. And then, anyway, so it's just an example. And I went really quickly during break to Canva, and I'm going to spend zero time on this because I really do need to show you. But I went into Canva. This is Canva. You got a link to canva.com. You use it for free. And you say, what will you design today? You go to templates and you say YouTube banner and you hit return. Maybe you tell it what category, what style, whatever. But anyway, so you go there and and it'll show you possible templates. And I think over here, was it here? No. Oh, this is what I linked to, the beginner's guide. It's a very good guide for Canva. And then here I said, on a YouTube banner. And this is the only thing I wanted to show you. It has a blank one if you want to create yourself, or there's some choices that have little crowns. Those you have to pay for, or you have to be part of the paid subscription. But if it doesn't have a crown, you can use it for free. So for example, this one doesn't have a crown. So if I were to I use this one for that one, but say this doesn't have a crown, this doesn't have a crown. So I can make, let's say that I choose this one. So I'm going to click on this one. So good. I'm going to make one like this one, and I'm going to customize this template because it's free, because it doesn't have a crown. And then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to say, I'm all about, I don't know, hair braiding. I don't know that, since that was the example that I gave before. And then I put a photo of myself in here, right? And so I upload, and I don't have one handy, but I can, lifestyles by Diana, for example, right? And then I put a photo of maybe the braids that I just made, or I even put in a whole nother photo. Instead of the coffees there, I put a photo of some background of beautiful hair that I might have, or if not, I can go look and see if they have it and put one from them. And then when I'm done, I go and I said, I'm done, right? So you can save the file, and then you basically, where it says share, you can download it. And so once you downloaded it, then you upload it when you're ready to go. It's as simple as that, right? So since you're not paying, you can only download it in one size. If you're paying, you have different choices, but the one size they give you is the one you need. So you hit download, and it's downloading into my computer. This, other than the fact that it's showing coffee and a person that's not me, this could be my then. And if I spend a bit more time, I can show you how to really quickly make this even a different font, a different everything, but it's basically templates that are ready to go for you. Okay. I do need to get inside of the back end of YouTube. So unless the question is absolutely burning question, then I'm gonna not answer it. So what's your question, Catherine?
Did that and it's not the right size. I did all of that and then it wasn't the right size. When I dragged it into Canva, it wasn't converting. It was only covering like a portion of it. I'll keep messing with it. I did it in the last YouTube class and it should have worked, but it didn't. So I'll just keep
I changed another one that said something's beauty products. I changed it to Deanna's handmade paper, and it barely fits. See, right there, it cuts right at the position. So it depends on
right.
if you made it much longer. You have to. They don't show you the guidelines. This is Photoshop, which
Yeah.
they know how to use. I know how to use it. I put it in here.
Okay.
I just made.
I'll just keep working it. Yeah, I did it in Canva and I got a pro membership, but I'll keep messing with it. Thank you.
Here's the one I just made, and it's showing, you don't guys don't have Photoshop, but here it's showing that the lines that it needed to be inside of were from there to there and from there to there. And it looks like the one I just made with you guys is gonna work, right? Because the important stuff, hair braiding, is within that space. Now I know that you don't see, you might not understand what's happening because it's hard to read, but basically it's working. That's the part that needs to be safe. This little box right there. And it is. The rest is extra and it works for everything else. But this piece says hair braiding. So you have to be careful how much you write. If you're using a template, it has to be a template that fits whatever you're trying to make it fit. Anyway, that said, I don't expect to use Photoshop. I was showing you that, and that so you can see that the one thing I just downloaded actually fit into the basic template that I have when I do them by hand. Okay, and that was just downloaded in 2 seconds from Canva. Of course, I would spend more time, choose a better thing, and whatever. Okay, let me get the title checkers and all those out of the way because I have so many things open. All right, so let me make a new window, and I have so many open things. It's hard. And let me go into my pipeline account. So everyone, do you have a Gmail account? Okay, first of all, most of you don't have a channel. Just to clarify how much of this I'm going to show fast and how much I'm going to show slowly, I need right now clear answers, yes and no's. Who is going to create a channel with me and who is just going to watch? Let me clear your answers, because sometimes I spend hours trying to explain something and then they're like, no, no, I'm not doing it right now. I'm watching. Or, no, 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 I am doing it. Please explain that again. And I need to, we have 40 minutes left. So I'd rather somehow, if this is completely new to you and you don't have an account, then I'd rather show you certain things.
Well,
Um,
I have an account, but I don't post it anything, so I wouldn't be creating if I already have the title and the header up there, would I? I'm confused.
Stephanie already has one. Lee already has one. Catherine already has one. So you're just watching, and I'm not seeing any other new yeses. Like you're not going to make one. So that's fine. Then I will go into one and I will explain things about it from inside of one that's already made. But the most important thing is you first need to create yourself a Gmail account. And it can be your regular Gmail account, but you need to have another one that's your business account. Even if it's not a business Gmail that you actually purchase a business Gmail kind of email from Gmail, it's just one that you use for your business because at one point you're going to have to post it later. Not at the beginning, you have to give them your real email. But when you post it on your channel, it's going to become public and people who want to write to you are going to write to it. So you want to have an email separate just for people who are writing to you from YouTube. Does that make sense? Because that one will be public. So don't have it be your personal address. That can be a load of hacking. So if anything else, the one thing I'm going to tell you right now is you need to have a separate Gmail account that you're going to use to put in your YouTube channel back ends and the guts of it. So you need to create it with your real account, a real one that's going to ask you for ID. It's going to ask you to verify with your phone number. You have to give them all the real stuff for that. But then that's to create an account, a Gmail account. But then when you create the channel, inside of the channel, it's going to ask you for information and you're going to have to give it a fake one or you'll be inundated by spam and junk and stuff. You got it? It's a real one too, but it's a business one. It's one that is the email that I've dedicated to this channel, right? So channel braiding hair dot at gmail.com, whatever. I don't know if somebody got into braided hair. I don't braided my hair in years, but somehow I got into that. Anyway, so I'm gonna go into my Gmail for now to get there as easily as I can because it's a Gmail account. And one of the ways I get into my Gmail is this little guy right there takes me to all the other Gmail stuff, and I can go over there to YouTube. Now, this account I'm going to show you right now is my active one with Pipeline, the one I put my teaching videos in. Then I have the one that I use just for teaching, which is a fake account. But this one is a real account, what I'm about to show you. So I'm in my Pipeline School account right now. And again, things that it's showing me, I don't use this to watch video. This is just where I post my videos for teaching. But over here on the right side, where you still see my face, and if my face wasn't there, you need to upload it yourself, then you would see your initial, so it would have a D. Then I already have a channel created, and I can go view my channel from there. Okay, so I'm going to click on this and say view my channel. Now, on the other hand, maybe I want to switch account. Again, a different Gmail account where I go then to my other one, the one I used to teach. I have one called SVCC Teacher at Gmail, and I go into that one. It has 3 subscribers. So if I go into that one right now, then this is the one that I was showing you before, right? Where I have Avi Becker adventures and stuff. But I go from one to the other just from that same little spot. I go from one to the other of my account. So it's just 2 channels I'm talking about. One under the SBCC Teacher, which is my fake just to teach, and one under the Pipeline where I truly put my here I go to the Pipeline one where I put my student videos on. Okay. Um, so that's just the difference, okay? And then now I'm going to go get back to my Pipeline, and then as I scroll through this little guy, I'm going to go into YouTube. So now I'm in my YouTube of my Pipeline account. And again, you just go to this little circle and you can tell which one you're in, okay? All right. So this is my channel, technically. If I am here, I'm using it as a user. I am in the same place as any other user. I could have arrived here and I'm like being shown videos to watch. And again, it seems like people are giving me celebrities and stuff like that, right? Now, I wanted to go into the back end of my channel that's already been created. Now, if it hadn't been created, it would say create a channel right here. Instead of view your channel, say create a channel. So for those of you who don't have one, it should say start a channel or begin a channel or create a channel or new channel. Something like that is what it says right here. But since it exists, it says view your channel. So I'm going to click on view your channel. And here I am. I am in the back end of my channel right now. Okay. And right now, the back end of my channel, the pipeline one, doesn't look very impressive. It's just a photo of Santa Barbara's beautiful sunsets that we tend to have. My name, a handle that I didn't invent. I just allowed whatever handle was allotted to me to exist. And that's something I can change because I've never given this handle out to anyone. So this is the important thing. Until you're ready to start, it doesn't matter what it says. I can change my title. I can change I can change my title and my handle all I want. Problem is if people know you by that handle and they look for you and you change it, then they might not find you later. You know what I mean? So you want to, once you stick to something, you stick to it. But in this case, people don't go to this channel. Now, more about this channel, if you go to more, there's nothing there. Because again, this is not a channel that people find. This is a channel that only has unlisted private links. So there's no information there, as opposed to the other ones that I showed you before, right? So we're going to talk about how do we put stuff in here. But instead of doing it in here, I'm going to go do that in the teaching channel, which is this one. So I'm going to go to this one and see the good old D over here. Hold on. Am I in the right switch account? Okay, there I am. I can view all my channels there. I can click on that and it'll show me that I have two different channels. Okay, I'm going to go into that one because you can have one account can have 2 or 3 different channels. You saw that, right? I can view all my different channels, but I have 1 channel per account. But under SPCC Teacher, I could have 3 channels, which is what I was going to do when I was going to show you how to make a new channel. But I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just going to stick to the fact that I'm in this one account. So now I'm going to go to YouTube Studio, YouTube Studio, YouTube Studio, or view your channel. Either way, I'm going to get into the back end of my channel. View your channel is going to show me everything that I have. And YouTube Studio is going to let me manipulate it. So let's start with view your channel, and then we're going to manipulate it in YouTube Studio. So here we are. Here's my channel. I'm viewing it, and it looks like I have from 11 years ago this video. And then I have some playlists over here, and I have people that I've liked. You saw me like these people today. There's Catherine. There's what was yours called? Las aventuras de quién? De Samaf. Okay. So,
Yes, the 7. Mhm.
okay, no me acuerdo, I didn't remember the name of it. Okay. So those are the 2 that I just saw me make, and then there's the 2 real estate ones, and this is the guy that was going to explain us how to create a channel in 2026. So I just became a follower or a subscriber to these people. Okay. All right, so here's my channel. I want to do something with this. It looks weird. I want to post some stuff. I want to do some stuff. But first, I need to create my channel. And this is the one that you guys have been asking about, all this stuff that needs to be written in there. So I'm not going to manage my videos right now. I'm not going to upload videos. I'm going to just customize the channel. Okay. I'm going to click on Customize Channel. And this is where I get to start making decisions about my channel. First of all, if you're serious about it, you need to put a 2-step verification process, which I do not have on mine. It's a fake channel. And for teaching, I don't want the second set. But if this is real, you guys could lose everything. So please set yourself up with a 2-step verification. If you don't know what that is, don't do it, but look into it. I don't have links in this video for that. But 2-step verification, 2-factor verification is the fact that every time you try to sign in, it won't be enough to put in a password. You also need to have your phone next to you. It'll send you a code and you need to enter that code. Then it lets you in. And that is the only way to keep it truly safe. Okay.
Where
So
was this two-step verification selection under dashboard or settings, or where do you find that?
I find it's warning me because I don't have it. So it's warning me. But if not, you probably could find a place here under safety or permissions.
Okay.
Because it's not about my YouTube channel. It's about my Google account. It's a Google account setting. So you have to go back out to Google account and put a 2-step verification on your Google account, which for then, this is why I'm not doing it, because I teach with this account for so many things. I don't want to be putting in a code every 2 minutes. But if it's your real one, you should. For my pipeline one, I do have a two-step verification one. Okay. All right. So now I'm gonna close. Before I close this, I want to show you that this thing is warning me. This is new. And that little star there means AI, artificial intelligence. And this means that there is a like the Chat GPT or Gemini or whatever, there's a thing called Ask Studio, a creative partner for your channel. Try a new experimental feature, so they're testing it out, to ask about comments, channel analytics, and video ideas. So we can go there and play it around. But right now I'm going to show you the stuff that's tried and true, not the funky new AI stuff. So I'm going to close that. But just so you know, that is very new. It's just been put in there. So now if I want to go back to the way people land, I would go to view channel. That's where people land. But now I'm not in where people land. I'm inside of it in customization. And I have choices here on the left and then choices in the middle. So I'm going to start with what's here in the middle. First of all, it wants a banner image, right? And it tells you for best results, use an image that's at least such and such and such and such, which the thing that we just got from Canvas is correct. If you want more information, click on this and learn more, and it'll take you straight into the YouTube information about how big and how small and all that kind of stuff. But I'm going to just upload it. I'm going to click on upload. And remember that I just downloaded it from Canva something. I'm going to go to my downloads. And I just downloaded that torn paper or the lifestyle one that doesn't have my favorite. Let's go to torn paper only because it has my name on it. This one that I made a bit earlier today. And see that that's the template I wanted to show you. It's basically saying viewable on TV, all of that. Viewable on desktop, that. But viewable on all devices will be that. And see how my name just barely fits in? So it's good. So I'm going to say, sure, I'll use that one. Done. And so now if that's all I do, if I want to change it, I would have to come to change and renew. And it's showing me in a really tiny way how it's going to look. On the desktop, it's going to look that way. On a phone, it's going to look that way. And on a TV, it's going to look that way. That's my channel. Okay. So it's a tiny little showing you of how it's going to look. If you don't like it, you change it or you remove it. Now, right now, I told you my initial is all it has for a profile picture. It doesn't have anything better. So again, they highly recommend putting profile pictures on channels. One guy that I was reading about insists on it, that YouTube will never trust you. It'll think you're a scam site. It will never push your channel out to anyone if you don't show yourself. Now, are you showing a fake photo? Are you showing a real photo? I don't know that they can tell. But if you don't have anything, they're not going to work. And so I think Stephanie's way around it is she put a photo of her dogs, which is good, right? I mean, it's a way around it, but you got to put something. So there is something there. It doesn't say beginning because they put something there. When you say change, you need to put something else. Now, I don't really have anything else. Do I have anything here? I have something from what's that? These are things that I was using. I have this little photo there. I'm going to use that one. And say it's about, this is Netflix, not YouTube, but say that this is about YouTube. And I'm going to use that one, and I get to circle and tell it where I want it and whenever I want it there. So I'm going to say done. So that'll be my photo right now. And if I want to see how it looks, I can go back to view channel right there. And oh, it's not saved, so it's not showing yet. If I go to home, no, it wasn't showing it yet. Okay, so I have to save it. Okay, so I'm going to view my channel. It didn't. Otherwise, right here, I would have my banner and my photo. But since I haven't really, I'm still working on it. I didn't say publish yet. See, there's this important word over there that I didn't save it. So see how I lost it? You have to upload it again. I forgot to save it. I wanted to just show you before I saved it. But I guess I can't even show you before I save it because I'd lose them. So I think that was the one, right? Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna upload that one. So yeah, anything you do here, you don't save it, and saving it means publishing it, right? But I'm not gonna save it until I finish doing it. It says name, and this is where you choose the channel name. This is not my name. This is my channel name. So if I want to let it be the Animal Psycho, that's fine. But if I want it gonna be teaching, or let me say, what did I upload there? Handmade paper? Handmade paper by Diana. Maybe that's what my channel is. And I don't want to be known as Diana Musaki 1503. I want to be known as Paper Goddess.
Go, paper goddess, go.
Paper Goddess. Is it one S? Yes. Oh, suddenly that looks wrong. Is it two D's? Oh, suddenly it looks really wrong to me. Anyway, and it looks like no one has it because I got a little check mark. It's Is it two D's or one D, Goddess? I'm suddenly having a total blank and I'm such a good speller.
1D.
It's one D, Goddess. I don't know. Anyway, so basically it's allowing me to do both. Handles can be changed every 14 days. Okay. So right now it's letting me, because I haven't said yes to it yet, choose your unique handle, adding letters number. You can change your handle back within 14 days. Back meaning the one that I had before. So if I don't like it, I won't be able to change it for 14 days. So I better like it right now. Okay.
It's 2Ds,
Yeah,
Deanne.
I thought so. Two D's. Thank you. I was like, it's wrong. It's not one D. Good. Paper Goddess. And I could say Paper Goddess D for like me, Diana. But since I don't need to because no one else has it, that's good enough. Paper Goddess. Um, if I want a certain pronoun, I could say he, she, they, whatever I want. And then this is that good old description. The one that I had us put in Chat GPT for Stephanie's example. And let me go. Do I still have my Chat GPT open somewhere? Did I have YouTube description? Here, I'm going to put in the one that I made, that ChatGPT made for me. So I'm copying it, and there you go. That's my description. Guys, obviously I'm piecemealing things from all over the place, right? Because I have photos that don't match, but here's my description that ChatGPT created. If you actually are going to work this in two languages, which I know Stephanie does, my original language is going to be, I'm going to say that it's English, and some, even though English, A, B, C, D, E, English. And then the translation language, maybe I'll go for Spanish in case people who reach me, Spanish, Latin America, because I'm from Latin America. And then maybe here I will put the description translated. And so I don't have it translated. And of course I could translate it myself, but I could just go to Google Translate. And I don't trust it completely, but anyway, I'm gonna.
Actually, you can tell ChatGPT to translate it for you too.
Yeah, but just showing you that Google has that. I'm gonna copy, and I already see something I don't like, but never mind. I'm gonna go ahead and put that one in there. And then of course you can make it yourself, but here's your channel translation. Oh, it looks like it's too long. It in Spanish we use more words than English does, and the same text in Spanish is look too long. It has to be 1,000 words less. I'm gonna go to Chat GPT and I'm gonna say, can you shorten this in Spanish to only 1,000 words? And let's see, I don't know if it does Spanish. Oh yeah, look at me. It's talking to me in Spanish. Oh, it's giving me it's yeah, it's giving me the bad version was my last one. So acortarlo a 1,000 palabras. I'm basically acortarlo a solamente 1,000 palabras. So I'm telling it to cut it down in Spanish. Okay, good. So that should be 1,000 words. And I'm not even looking at it. Of course, you should check all these things and test them. Oh, I'm trying to go faster than they are. Wow. Exploremos juntos. Okay, there we go. Finally. Cut. Really? I just got too much of it. Wow. Is this only 1,000? Was it? Oh, it should have been 1,000 characters, not 1,000 words. That seems even longer. Yeah, I said it's 1,000 characters, not words. Suddenly I'm like, oh, that's talking a lot about it. Era 1,000 letras, no 1,000 palabras. ¿Puedes acortarlo en 1,000 letras, por favor? So now I said, sorry, it's 10 letters, not 10 words. I was like, it's going longer and longer and longer. Okay, well, I don't know. This seems to be what they gave me. I'm not gonna tell you whether it's right or wrong because I don't have time to check it, but I'm gonna assume it's right. And where's my thing? And I'm gonna put that one in there. Okay, good. Now it's 700 letters. Okay. English, Spanish, enter channel name. Why is it not letting me? Hello? Why doesn't it let me say done? Oh, enter channel name. Papel hecho a mano por Diana. Okay, done. Phew. All right. So there's English, there's Spanish, and then here you go. Dr. Lee Moberly, the links. If you want to add links to those podcasts, this is if it's in the big description, like at first, when you don't have much more in the big description, you can say, click on this and then just say, enter a title. You can say the title can be, I speak, um, I spoke, I spoke at this convention, whatever convention, and then you enter a URL in here for that convention. Let me put, I don't know, let me go find anything. Let me go over here
Are these
and
your cue card? These cards are you talking about? That would signal?
no, I want to put one in so you see, but hold on, let me put a link to something, sbcc.edu, whatever. I'm gonna click on that, right?
Would I put like Robin Norwood's podcast that I spoke at or something like that? Is that where I would link it? Because I spoke at her podcast that got.
So I do that, right? So I put that in there and say that that's a link to something that's online. If it's a URL or something I'm pointing to, you can do that, right?
Would your
Uh,
websites go there too for links?
Yeah, you would say
Yeah.
my website, like my website, and maybe your website is here. I'm gonna put the same one because I can't get too creative right now, et cetera, et cetera. You put all these links in there, what they are. You could put in oh, this is the email address that I was saying about. Let people know how to contact you with business inquiries. The mail address you enter may appear in the about section of your channel and be visible to viewers. So here we're going to call this one fake email address for show. It's not fake, but for now, uh, at gmail.com. Oh, not at gmail.com. So it has to be a real one, right? Or, real business address, not personal. That would be a better example at Gmail. Okay. And then if you want your video to constantly have on the bottom right something like a little subscribe button or something like that, which some people hate and then they might be turned off, but some people love it because you might get subscribers, then you could choose it in here. If so, you can upload if you had a little something that could be put in there. I don't have one, but the little word that says subscribe or something like that could be in there, upload. I don't have that. So for now, that's good. It's got oh, it doesn't believe my real email. Please input a valid email address. It doesn't believe me. Real business. Oh, it doesn't, it's not that it didn't believe me. I left a space there. Real business address. Okay. Is that all that was wrong? It's got another thing that it's telling me is wrong. Oh, the original description that ChatGPT gave me was too long. Okay, I'm gonna just grab two lines and get rid of them. There. Now it's to 1,000, which you shouldn't do it that way, but good. Now there's no more warnings and all is good. So now let's go to the home tab and see if I have some playlists here that I want to go with. And right now I'm going to wait. I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to go back to my profile and finish this up. I think I've answered on the questions, done everything I can. And now I'm going to head over here and I'm going to say publish. Boom. Up until now, that was not a live, all that stuff, but now it is. There we go. Your channel. My channel suddenly has a picture, and I click on this to go to my channel. Why isn't it showing that banner? Anyway, I'll go and see why it's not showing the banner, but basically, here it is. Inspirational viewer focus version. Oh, I copied that from ChatGPT. That's not good. I'll go change it. But this is everything that I have. I spoke at this convention and here's a link. Here's my website. Here's a link. See that? Now I could, here's my YouTube. It's YouTube at Paper Goddess. If I want to view my email address, there's real business address, not personal at gmail.com. When did I join? I guess I created this one in 2013 and I have a total of, wow, 3 subscribers. I posted 1 video and I have 5 views. Pretty cool,
What
right?
would you use the share channel for if you wanted to send it out to your email list?
Yeah, say that right now. I click on share channel. I could either copy the ID or I could just from here share channel. And it says, where do you want to share it?
Oh,
Like,
great. Perfect.
or I can just copy. And then I'll go to an email and I'll say, hey guys, here's my channel. Click on it. Boom. Paste
Great.
that. And then people would arrive here.
Uh, one other question. Do you, like you subscribe to my channel, so do you recommend you have a template that you just say, hey, Deanna, thank you for subscribing to my channel. I post such and such, or
You know, if you have thousands of subscribers, you're going to have to do something like that. But by the time when you're in the low hundreds, you should do something really personalized and, not personalized. Have something form, but then make it sound, like, oh, I really
right.
noticed
And
what
then
like best. Hey, it was great. Like find some way to engage them. Yeah.
is this pushy to add something on there like, would you like to know about my upcoming free events?
You could. It's the first time they contact you, but you could say, in case you subscribe because you were just my friends, here's some information.
Or visit my website at da da da.
Videos and visit my website. Like it's not pushy, right?
Okay, yeah, not pushy. Okay, great. Thank you.
If
Well,
you want information, here it is. And if not, just enjoy what I post, something like that.
yeah,
And it's good.
the links there though. Now, is this where you mentioned my name, but then where you put that link, would if I put my like sensationally silver was the name of the podcast, would that be where I would put that so it could go
Yeah, but
to?
you'd have to get a link, an official link. So not like
That's not where it would go though.
occasionally silver. I don't know. It's a podcast.
Yeah, sensationally silver, episode 45, Dr. Lee Moberly. And
Uh,
I'm trying to where to put how to put that
there-
thing.
yeah, we found it. Sensationally, episode 45. So here I go, and I'm gonna get the share, copy the
Yeah.
link, and now I'm going back to my page and I'm gonna customize the channel again. And I'm gonna go over here and where it says add links, I'm going to, I spoke sensationally silver podcast, and I could, explain more, but
That's
that,
good to know.
right?
I have a ton.
Yeah, and then here, let me take the inspirational viewer focus version part out, which is weird. And I'll say publish again. What time is it? 4:08. I want to show you some of this other stuff. So now, what's up with the photo? Why didn't this image wasn't appearing? That surprised me. And I don't know now. Oh, there it is. This time it's there. Deanna's
Oh.
handmade paper. There's my banner. Here's the links. And I click over here. Here's my description. And then Sensationally Silver podcast right there. My website right there.
Will that still show up if I don't have any videos posted? Because I don't have to have one video posted yet because I was trying to work on the editing. So would I still be published with just that if I
Yeah,
don't have?
it would be an empty channel. This has one video. Look at that. It's better than nothing, but it has one video. If I
And
go
so I got to get one video on mine to make it post then.
playlist, I don't have a playlist because I have one. This playlist is made by things I'm interested in from others, like things that I've saved. Like if I go over here and say, "Ooh, I loved this one here. Let me see. Let me watch Visiting the Pyramids. I've talked so much about it. Let me show it to you." And I love it. So I say, "Yay, I love it." And then I go over here as a viewer now, and I'll say save. And where
But
would you save it to? And I'll save it to my playlist. I'll make a new one. I'm gonna call this one my travel playlist. So I am putting in my travel playlist, visibility private. I'm gonna let it be public. And I'm gonna say create. So now when I leave this video, well, I went mid case. When I leave this and I go back to my channel, I have just made a new playlist. I
yeah,
Do you
I
title playlists?
don't understand still though, if I do I have to actually post one of my own personal videos or can I just do a playlist and these links and then be still publish that without my personal video being on there?
not publishing them. Yeah, you can make a playlist called all the places that I've spoken at or something like that. All my podcast, you can hear me speak or something like that. And then these are someone else. You go as I went, you go to someone's channel.
Do I have to post? Do I have to make a video of here? This is what I spoke at. Do I have to still
No,
make
no,
one?
that's another thing you can do. But in this case, you just make a playlist and you say, okay, save to playlist. I spoke in here, so I'm going to save it to my playlist called um, Connections. I'm going to call it After Connections. I'm going to call it
Afterlife speaking. Yeah, gotcha.
Afterlife, yeah, I do that. Do past life. Yes, I do. That's what it was about, past lives.
After Connections. And I'm going to say create. It's her video. All I did was save it to my playlist. I don't have it downloaded. I don't own it. Nothing. All I can do is I put it in my channel. And when I go to my playlist, now I've just created an Afterlife Connections that is
Mm.
public so people can see it. I have a travel one that has the good old pyramids that I've been talking about. And then I have some others that I created who knows how many years ago. Those are not me. I can also, if I have my own playlist, I can have my own. So for example, I'm going to go and there's more I need to show you, but I know that we're at
Hmm.
almost done, but I'm going to switch to show you my account that has a ton of videos or not yet. Let me go back to customize channel because there's more in here. And then I'm going to show you my real channel that has tons of videos. See how playlists are working there. But okay, so that is the information you can put about your stuff. So I wasn't able to put upload a video as if it was mine, but I can link to it and say, maybe in the description, I can say, check my playlist for all the places that I've spoken at, or the description of the playlist is, my speaking engagements, past speaking engagements, or something like that. I don't know. You can find some way to say it. Now, I have a lot of stuff in here that are still part of settings. So if I go down here to the actual, someone had asked me about music. So there's so many things to show you, but right here, there's the audio library. I click on audio library, and this is the YouTube free audio library. And I can get music and I can get sound effects. And then it says new tracks are added every month. So anything you use from here can be used. There's 901 pages with 30 pieces of music each. So there's a lot of music here. And if you want to try it out, so I'm going to click on under music, I can, I don't know, Good for the Ghost. I'll play on. If I like it, then I download it, goes into my computer, and later where I'm editing my video, I upload it. Okay, and I'm going to edit my video. I'm going to show you how in the edit video editor, or I can use it in my other video editor. But that music is approved by it's approved by YouTube. It is copyright free. That said, if you want to check, you can always check the license again. Click over here on the license type, and you can use this track in any of your videos, including videos that you monetize. No attribution is required, meaning you don't need to say who the music is by. They've already paid them off. You may credit the artist if you want to, but you don't have to. You cannot sell these files. You can't distribute them, perform them. You can't use them in any way other than have them be part of your video. Okay. So you can't make money off of it, but other than that, you're good. So you can go search by genre. Maybe you want the artist name, the duration, an attribution not required only, so you don't want to have to deal with attribution. So you're going to look for people who are only attribution not required, et cetera, et cetera. Now, I can go to sound effects, and again, sound effects, daytime forest bonfire. It's too quiet, you guys can't hear it. Cartoon metal funk.
A question about visual attributions. Like I use photographs in my videos, and I get them off Unsplash so that I don't have to attribute. But I'm wondering if I wanted to have a slide at the end of my video and say photos by da 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 da, because I
That'd be very
want
nice. You
people to give
need
me credit.
Yeah, you need, that would be very nice. As long as you don't have to get attribution, you don't have to, but be very careful. First of all, it's always safe to use them, especially if you're not a photographer. Why not give them attribution with a link back to where they can get more of them? That would be great. That would be beautiful. But as long as it says that you don't have to, you don't have to. And yes, Unsplash is free. But you get them more work and they can put more free stuff if you link back, if people really
Yeah,
like.
I always cite my photo credit.
Attribution
Yeah.
means linking back, not just citing the name. That's useful. There's 250 Jack Smiths. It's putting the link in there of how they can go back to where you got that.
Oh, when it says if you like this, use this link and thank the photographer. Okay.
Mhm. Yeah. So let me see. Male zombie roll. Okay. Anyway, if I like that male zombie roll, I would download it. But cars, someone mentioned traffic. Traffic sounds. Anyway, there's bazillions. Or you can just do a search and say traffic. Traffic. Title contains traffic. Here it is, city traffic. Crickets with distant traffic. Anyway, I'm gonna let it be. If you really like it, you star it, and then after that, you can find it easily again. Anyway, okay. So say that that I star this Good for the Ghost. Then over here, put a starred, and Good for the Ghost has been starred. All right, so that's the audio library. I don't know. I think Jaya was asking. So hopefully you were there and heard that portion. There's much more here. Subtitles. If you really, I said SEO, search engine optimization. If you really want your video to be charged up high, yes, Stephanie, I used your video. And Catherine's video. I'm just looking at your talk. I put yours and Catherine's video in my playlist. If you want to have your video be available globally, in particular, Stephanie's and my, that we have Spanish speaking probably customers or not. But even if you don't, for accessibility's sake, so SEO, search engine optimization is making sure that your information is as good as possible to what search engines want. And what search engines want to put your name up top is for it to be accessible. What does accessible mean? It has to be under, for example, subtitles make it accessible to people who need to read because they don't understand, either because of the language. Translated subtitles, another thing they could do, and Google does it automatically, by the way. It creates subtitles automatically and it creates translations of the subtitles automatically. So why not have people be able to choose English or Spanish version of it? Remember, Google's worldwide, right? It also it does it for you. Just go to subtitles and you say, I want subtitles for this thing, and how many languages do you want it in? So you would have to go and create it. I would open this video up and I would say, what language do I want this to be in, et cetera, et cetera. And then it gives you the it will take some time. Maybe if, I don't know if this one has any subtitles, it might take a day or something to give you a whole script of all your text. And then you submit it and they give it to you in another language. You can put the copyright if you want yours to be, they're just checking that there's no copyright issues found into your video. So it's a double check. Nothing was found. That's a problem. And this is the one that I wanted to show you. The analytics I'll show you with my real channel because there's nothing to analyze here. There's no videos. If I go to analytics here, it's like, oh, video didn't get any views. Of course not. I haven't opened it in years. But the editor is interesting because this is to edit your video. So I'm going to go ahead and edit this video here. Now it's a 24-second video. I'm going to show it to you really quickly. And it's hard to table. It's something I downloaded. I think it takes too long with him walking. Maybe I want to cut out a bit of his walking part, right? Maybe I'll say he walked for too long, whatever, right? So I can edit it. So this is the YouTube video editor. I can trim from the ends off, from the beginning or from the middle. I can blur if the face shouldn't have been visible because it's a kid, for example. I can change the music. I can add cards, those cards that say things to things. So say that I just want to trim a little bit of him walking, right? So I'm going to say I want to add a trim. So I'm going to a cut and I'm going to add. So see what I did? Let me undo that again. I go here and I click on the plus sign right there. So I'm about to add a new cut, right? So first I put my mouse where I want to cut. So he was walking, 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 and I'm like kind of done with all that walking. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to have walk less. So this is where I want the trim to start, right? So if I play this thing, this is the timeline, right? So I want to start the trim right there. So I'm going to say new cut and it's putting it near where I want. And I'm going to go make it, no, I just want to cut a little bit or I want to cut a lot of it. So whatever's in, maybe I cut his whole walk out. I don't want him to walk at all. I wanted to go from landscape to landscape, say that that's what I want to do. If I say, yeah, that's what I want to do, and I hit that, then right now the video, if I play it from here, it's going to go from landscape to landscape. You saw that? It skipped him completely. I don't want that, so I'm going to delete that cut. Try again. So now I just want to make him walk only for a few seconds instead of so many seconds. So I'm going to make a new cut. And this time I'm going to put it over here and I'm going to cut just the end of his walk. I'm going to go from, and of course I'm not going to, it's going to be weird because he's going to jump from a little bit of walking to another little bit of walking, but that's good enough for now. So I'm going to cut that portion. And now I'm going to play it from the beginning and I'm going to see him walking. And at this point that he won't walk anymore and it jumps straight. See that? So now it's a short time walking. So that's a cut. Does that make sense? If I like it, I keep it. If I don't like it, I hover over it again and I say no to it again. Okay? So that's how I would cut it. I could also trim it from the beginning and say, nah, I don't want it to show all that at the beginning. I want it to start with him walking. Okay? So now I'm cutting all that off and all this video is him walking and ending over there. So when I play it, it's him walking. There's nothing in front. It jumps and it goes straight to the yellow. And that's it. So now that's all this is. Does that make sense?
Deanna, quick question. Do you find a difference between iMovie editing or YouTube, or does it really matter? Whatever you're comfortable with?
It's very different. With iMovie, you can do so much more. With Premiere, you can do so much more. With CapCut, you can do so much more. This is good for cutting and trimming. But you can't get too fancy, where you can get very fancy in these other programs, right?
Well,
So now none of
yeah,
this is going to stick until I say save. But here's the problem is I say save right now, it goes into production mode and it says you won't have this available. People will still see the old one until it's ready, and it might not be ready in 24 hours or 48 hours, whenever. Sometimes it's ready in 2 minutes. It depends on how busy they are. So I'm not going to say save right now, because if I say save, I won't be able to keep showing you stuff, right? So I'm going to say discard changes right now. Um, but what if I wanted to blur a piece of his face, right? So this tracks it. So say I want to go blur. I'm going to add a blur, a face blur. So it detects faces. Feel free to explore YouTube in the meantime. So I didn't know it was going to take that long. Oh well. Here, instead of having it detect faces, I'm going to do a custom blur because we don't have time. So I'm going to tell it that the blur, oh, it was, I have to just, I'm going to tell it that I want to blur his face. But I'm going to do a custom because I don't have time. So I'm going to put this little mask on top of his face, right? Which is kind of weird, but there you go. And I want that blur to go from, let me see, from there where he appears to there. And yeah, they figured it out. See how they gave me from 722 to 1516, because that's where he disappears. So if not, I could have cut it. But now let's play that. Now, this is weird because I just put a little box in there, right? But had you said track the face, it would have tracked it well. I was just doing it quickly because I needed to, I could have it be oval, I could have it track the object, which it was doing, or I can fix the blurred position.
yeah, Diana, I was running on this because my editor did it in DaVinci Resolve and gave me a copy to put on here, but I wanted to put little tags on there like
Yeah.
here's this item and this is this item. Does this do it more simply? Because the DaVinci Resolve is over my head. I
Yeah.
mean, would I be able to put tags on here? Like
So,
if you had to identify an item, like I'm talking about this topic, this is this topic, or this is this landmark.
um,
This is
that would not be here. No, here I can put info cards, but I can't put chapters and things like that, which is what you're saying.
oh, okay.
So here I would be able to put cards, like I can put in a little link, for example, right? Or something like that. I can give it.
It says subtitles. It says you can put in subtitles.
Yeah, but the subtitles are in a different place. But yeah, to say that I'm done putting all these different things, an end screen is important. Um, so I can add some of that. Anyway, so just play around with these guys. I can make a little video clip, so I could create a little short out of this. But right now I'm not going to use that. I'm going to go back to subtitles. Subtitles, as I told you, you choose which one and you tell it what language, and it analyzes all the words and it then delivers you a script, but it's going to take a long time. And it adds the subtitles. So it gives them to you and you read them because, subtitles can be wrong and you make any corrections. It's like a piece of text they give you. And you go, no, I didn't say that. I said this. So you fix it. And then you say go, and then it gets added. Let me take you to my real channel because I believe I have some with subtitles. And I want to show you the analytics, and then we're almost done. So let me switch my account. Let me head over to this one. So here's the channel where I put all my stuff. First of all, let me show you if I wanted to post something new. So I'm ready. I have a video to post. I haven't shown you how to post yet, right? So here's my content, and I have bazillions of videos. I have 678 videos, right? And as I said, they're all the videos of my classes that I teach. But auto dubbing is now enabled on my channel, so mine can even be dubbed. I could translate it into other languages. I'm going to let that be for now. I could say I'm ready to upload a video. So I'm going to click create, upload videos, or Catherine, you're asking me, I can go ahead and say go live right now. This is where I would go live. I would click on go live and it would start basically a video that if people join, they're listening to me. I could create a post, I could create a new playlist, I could make a podcast, teach a course. They have a whole tool for creating a course online, or I'm just going to do a simple upload a video. Okay. And I'm going to go find a video. I'm going to select a file and I'm going to find a video on my computer, which normally I have them in a certain place. Do I have God, where's my where did I put my YouTube class? YouTube, new YouTube class materials. Here's a video that I put down here. My videos to upload. Here, I'm going to upload this one. I say upload because there's choices here that are important. So here I am. The video is uploaded. This A and B testing, this is what they will do to test different names and files and thumbnails. Okay. If yours has that, it's because it's been enabled. If not, it's not enabled, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm leaving, I'm going to call this one Rattlesnake Trail Hike after big rains. Trail hike after big rains. Okay. Here's the video. It's going to be 41 seconds. It's a link if I want to send it to someone. Over here, I have to describe it. And so we went hiking. We went hiking after our big rains last week, and the creek was full of water. Fun splashing. Oh, I wasn't looking. I know it's 4:30. I wasn't looking. So trust me, we shouldn't have been using caps lock, but I'm not gonna go again because I don't want to spend time on that. Fun splashing. And then here's where I upload my thumbnail. So I have one that I've already made that I've designed, or I let auto-generated as AI. So I'm going to click auto-generated right now, and it's giving me three choices. That one, this one, or this one. And I kind of like this one. Or maybe this one. It looks like he's climbing around a rock. Maybe this one. I'm going to go with that one. I'm going to say done. So now that's the one that's going to show. If I had chosen the other one, I say done. See how that's the one that shows. Maybe I'll choose that one. Now this, do I want to add it to a playlist? Right? So I'm going to go ahead and add it to, do I have a sample? A teaching playlist right there. I'm going to say done. I have a lot of playlists here. This video is set to, this is so important to not be made for kids. I have set this in the settings already. You definitely want to say that your videos are not made for kids unless they are specifically for kids. Otherwise, if you say if you don't say that they're not for kids, because you go, why couldn't they hear a kid listen to it? Then all of the kid protection rules appear and your video won't be shown to anyone in case you're a kid. So unless it's specific product created for a kid, and then you need to go through a bunch of hoops and jumps and stuff like that, then you want to for sure say that your video is not made for kids. So see, no, it's not made for kids. That doesn't mean they can't see it, but it's not made for kids, okay? And then it's visible to the world. That's a really important one. Do you have an age restriction? No, I don't. But if I had said, yes, it's made for kids, then it would say, what's the age restriction? So you want to make sure to say no to that. And then I'll say next. And do you want to add an end screen? Do you want to add subtitles? Okay, people ask about subtitles. Sure, I'll add subtitles. Do I have a file? Well, no, I didn't have them. Or do I want to type them manually? Nope, I don't have them. But the file I would have had I had it analyze and get me all the them. So do I want it with timing or without timing? I'm going to say I want it with that, and I don't have one, right?
What's an end screen?
Okay. And then an end screen would be, hold on, let me leave the subtitles. An end screen is at the end when you say, go watch this next. Click
Okay.
on this one at the end, right? And so I didn't make one right now. If I had one, if I go add, I would go to I would say add this one. And the one that they kind of recommend. So they're best for viewer, let them choose. So this is an end screen. And this is going to choose out of my other videos what is the best one to have them show. Since I only have one other, I'm assuming the other one is going to be there. And that's an end screen. So I said save. And good. Add any cards. So cards would be, do I want to say subscribe or something like that? I don't have one right now, but uh, if I had one, it would be here under links. Maybe watch this channel so I can put in my other teaching or my other.
Hmm.
I'll tell it to link to my teaching playlist, for example, and I'll save. So, or I could tell it to link to, any places I want. And I'll say save. So all of that will be, and I'll say next and next and next, and I'm done. No copyright issues found. So now save. Oh, the most important, save or publish. You should never make it public when you first publish it. You want to run through it, make sure everything's good. And you also want to wait either in private mode or in unlisted mode for 24 to 48 hours before you publish it public, because that gives Google time to read through your whole stuff, all your description, everything, categorize it so that when it finally goes live, some people say 2 to 24 hours, other people say 24 to 48 hours. As long as you have time, upload it early, let it live in unlisted mode so that when it finally goes live, Google has analyzed it and knows exactly who to give it to by then. Does that make sense? You can set a schedule to make it public and have it be automatic. You can say make it public, at whatever time. I'm going to go ahead and let it be public. I'm going to do it right now because I want it to go fast. And so do kids appear in this video? Make sure you follow our policies. There's all these policies. Right? So I'm going to say save. And now it's letting me share this link with whomever. I can promote it. That means I have to pay money to get people to promote it. I'm going to copy the link and I'm going to send it to my friends, whatever, and then I'm going to say close. So now that's the new video. And it's so tiny that it's ready to go. When I put up my 4 to 5 hour videos, it takes hours before it's ready to go.
Hmm.
But this one's ready to go. And this is, let me just show you really quickly, and then I'm gonna let you all go. It's been 8 hours. Um, Analytics. Here is where you find out how your stuff is doing, right? So view it all my content in a certain period, how many views I got, more or less than usual, 400 views in the last 28 days, how much time do they watch? They've watched 28 hours. Was there subscribers that watched? No, it was students. I don't tell anyone to subscribe to my stuff, although somehow 127 people have subscribed, but that's just because they have. So then what's the content and how's it doing? And it tells you it performs better these days than those, and it's usually probably right after my classes. But if this wasn't a very clear answer for me, it's because of after my classes. If it was you, you could find out, oh, my stuff does better on weekends and worse during the weeks, or better at 2 p.m. and not at 5 p.m. So you can start really all my videos or my shorts, right? Which one does better? Key moments for audio retention. People really like this one. How to access class recordings and file downloads, the one that I tell you everyone watches. Latest videos, and then it shows me people start watching it. This is the key moment of how much they watch, and do they keep going? Yeah, they keep going, and most of them keep going, and they keep going, and but by the end, only 20% arrive to the end. That's not good, remember? 20% wasn't really good. If only 20% get it to the end, 40% get to about the middle, and 60% get to the first 30 seconds. See, there's a 30 seconds. They care. They're checking. What are the first 30 seconds? Pay attention. So this one is telling me how well my video is performing. And so if I want to check and I click over here, it'll take me here to what that spot is in my video, right? So I click over here and go, oh, that's when they start dropping. Oh yeah, it's after I showed them this or that. And I actually did pay attention to it. And it's after I show you exactly how to get to the shared drive. That's when it starts plummeting. And then it's all extra material that some people stay for. But at this point is when I show them how to get to the class folder. And at that point, people go, okay, I got it. So they're watching, 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 watching. Some people know it. They go, oh, I got it. I don't need it. And then the people who watch, they do watch. They do watch until there. And I checked, and that moment is the moment I show them the folder. That's it. That's enough for most people. They go. And then people who want to watch the rest of it stay, but less and less and less. And that's fine. It's informational. Half of them stay until I show them how to get to the class files. The other half say in class, I don't know how to get to your files. Can you tell me again? And I'm like, did you watch the video? And they're like, yeah, but can you show me again? And that's about when, right? So it's telling me how many come, how many don't, which are my top videos, in the last 68 days. And it shows me I had 72 people watch this video, 145 times, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So it just gives you a whole bunch of different information in the last 28 days, the last 365 days, and then it rewrites it, and this is how it goes. And what's this one? Oh, looks like that one. Access class handouts on Google. That's the one that they really like. Content, traffic source, geography, where do they come from? So these people come mainly from the United States, and it shows me when and where, so you can learn so much about where your stuff is coming from and who does it and what's the traffic source. In my case, they all have a direct link from me. It's a 1400. Very few people come in any other way. Through playlists, only a few of them, right? So you can research all your stuff, and that's the analytics. So I'm going to close the analytics, and that's where I was just showing you the stuff. Analytics, you can make the tables show you everything. I can see who my audiences are, who my trends are. My trends are that it's this or it's that, overview, just, sit there and pay attention to all that stuff here. I tell the languages. Settings down here at the bottom. The last one I wanted to say about the settings is the most important one is permissions. Is it not permissions? Upload defaults, visibility, channel. Where is it? It's the one about the kids. You want to leave the kids always here. You go to settings, advanced settings, and you want to just set this automatically into no. Set this channel as not made for kids. I almost never upload content made for kids. That's the safest one, so you never have to be doing it again and again and again, and you never get stuck in making a mistake and then having your channels not be shown to anyone. Because if you say it's for kids, you have to go through a whole bunch of other hoops and and then you can say automatically don't show inappropriate words, automatically dub it, please. You know how it was saying that my tongues are being dubbed in review all the dubs or just experimental languages. No. Disable interest-based ads. I'm fine. Allow viewers to clip my content. Yes, I'm allowing them. Let YouTube enhance visual quality. Yeah, please enhance it. Allow third-party companies to train models using my content. Nope, nope, turned it off. I don't want anyone else using my content. Okay, so this is a really important one. Channel advanced settings. All right. And then you save that. I didn't change anything, so I'm gonna, did I change something? Maybe I changed something, so I'll say save. And there you go. So now I go back to my content, and there's all my videos, and there's that one. If I want to play it, the one that I uploaded, I can go and see it play. And then it's ready to go. And that's jumping through. And see, it says no views because no one's viewed it yet. We went hiking after a big rain. That was the description. Analytics, I can go see who's been watching it. Of course, or I might want to edit the video and put something on or take something off. I can also say, yay, I like it. And we always recommend when you first post a video, watch it once all the way through. Remember, don't be one of those yourselves that cuts it short. Watch it all the way through, give it a like, but go to another account to do that. Go open it up from someone else's account, watch it all the way through to make sure no problems are happening for others. And then like it, and then comment something and say, oh, how cute. How cute, right? And then say comment. Now I'm doing it on my own account, but normally you would do it from another account to get it going, right? To get it started, but also to check it. You want to check that nothing's wrong, which sometimes from your own place you can't check it. Okay. Now, if I were to share this, I'm going to put it right now here. I'm going to put it in the thing. And I know class is totally over, but we went for a longer lunch. So I thank you for your patience. Basically, I'm taking out what we gave for chance. Everyone link on that link that I just posted and see if you can get to that video. I will delete that video soon, but for now, if you can click on that video, are you watching it? Is it working? And if so, give me some likes to see how long it takes for me to see the likes over here. And then after that, we'll be done. I'm going to stop the share for now, but I'm going to wait and see and hope that you guys like the video. Yep, look at that. A number 2, someone else liked it. That's cool. Someone else liked it. Anyway. Oh, I'm only seeing 2 likes. Only one of you. One of you guys liked it, but that's okay. I'll live with 1 like. All right. Since this is my teaching.
I was your second like.
Oh, you were my second like. Okay.
And thank you so much.
You are welcome. All right. As always, I wish I could teach you for hours and teach you way more, but hopefully I'll see you again. One thing that happens is that we have time to do this, more time to do this, like more classes, more chances to do this. And yeah. What happens is that if you sign up for the class again next time, depending on who's there, I teach it differently. I maybe start at the back
Right.
end, start at the front end. We just change things so that it goes around. And many times when I have repeat students, I'll build up on that, right?
Yeah.
So I don't have this scheduled for the spring right now, but I did request it. So they were gonna see if they could add it in. So it's not in the printed catalog, but keep an eye on, I'm gonna write to you all and tell you what classes I'll be teaching and or check on the online catalog. And if it comes in again, but definitely the compelling content class, take that one at the very least. That is scheduled for the spring. And then we'll try to get this one scheduled again, either for later in the spring or if not, the summer at some other point by then. Hopefully your channels are all up and running and they can
It
do.
was very helpful. Thank you very much. I learned a lot, a lot, a lot. I have
Yeah.
a lot of
Thank you,
changes to
Dina.
make.
Right. Well, I really appreciate Stephanie, that you shared your site with me a couple days ago, and I was able to then use it today to demo. Thank you, Catherine, for sharing it today. The
I,
more I have, it's not a generic site. The more I have that's real sites, the more people learn, right?
I
So
really, thanks
Are
for
you
all the suggestions.
are you going to have another class that goes a little bit longer and in detail to the back end? Because I was kind of hoping to be able to follow along and actually do a workshop where we work with the class, work with our back end at the same time.
It did, yeah, and no, the class is slated for 8 hours, so no, it's not going to be any longer anytime I teach it. That said, as I was just saying, when it comes again, I could change the order of things, add more time for one thing or for another. And add more. Sometimes people go, "Oh, you're getting into the nitty-gritty. I don't need that. I need to understand how it works." And other times it's like you. It's like, "Well, I just wanted to get into it because you already have a created channel." Many times people don't have created channels, and I have to spend time ahead. So you get what you get, right? In the class as far as who arrives, and then you kind of work with that.
But you can promote it to your friends that want the nitty gritty, and then you'll get more when she asks in the beginning, where do you want to know?
Mhm. And what I can do also is, if more people tell me the information about their channels ahead of time, then I have more meat to work with, in order to see where people are at. And today I had 26 people and only 2 people gave me their channels. So my brain is on, no one has channels here.
Right.
So this is a group that needs to know stuff from the start.
Yeah.
If I get 26 people, of which only like 13 showed up or 16 showed up, if those 26 people that were signed up give me 10 sites, 12 sites, then I'm like, okay, these people have their channels. Let's go work on the channels. You know what I mean? Let the others catch up. So I really have to work with who arrives. And in my brain, in my description of who answered the survey, and it's true, there were only 2 channels created out of all of this, right? Well, yours was created, but not active. There were 2 active ones with a couple of videos, but there you go. We do what we can with what we have.
And you do a fabulous job. I so appreciate it. Thank you
I
so
think I
much.
think everybody got something out of it, whether they didn't even know what a channel was or whether just the practice of seeing how, someone else does it too, I'm sure. Thank
Yeah,
you so much. Yeah, there was a
yeah.
lot.
And new stuff that's new to all of us. The whole AI
Yeah.
is new to all of us. There's that YouTube, there's that new AI
Oh,
stupid
right.
thing
Right. You even went into
I haven't
that.
even
Yeah.
explored. I'm
Yeah.
like, explore it, you guys. I don't even know what it'll do. It's so new. So
Yeah.
I don't
I've
know.
taken the YouTube class 4 times. I learn something new every time. It's like mud on a wall, and I just keep coming at the next level.
Yeah.
So
That's
take
kind of
it
what I do
again.
too. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, the
Thank
Very
you.
good.
I'm actually taking a class right now online to learn everything I can about AI. Not that I care too much about it, but so I don't fall behind because it's going forward in such a crazy way that I just don't want to feel like being taken advantage of just because I am ignorant about the topic.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yes,
with me
Stephanie.
working,
Yes.
working in healthcare, I feel like I need to know about it so I can at least pretend like I know what they are talking.
You know what? It's not even pretend, it's understanding. You choose to use it or not up until now. But remember when we could choose to use it or not to use a credit card. And now,
Mm.
so many places you can't even pay with cash. Remember when we could choose to use it or not? A cell phone. Now, how many people can live without one? It's like so much stuff will only work online. How many people could choose to use it or not to know a computer? Until now, we can choose to use ADI or not. But a lot of stuff that we're not even aware of is in our everyday lives right now is being done by AI. So at some point, it'll become one of those things that you'll be far behind if you're not
Yep.
learning, like you
Yeah.
said, learning about it, even if you're choosing not to use it, right?
You know, something else too is there's some stuff early in the beginning that we have access to that as time goes on, it will be closed off to us as it
Yes.
becomes more commercial.
Yeah, yeah,
And we
yeah,
will have
Yes.
seen it.
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I work a lot in healthcare. I work a lot like with seniors, and I see my own parents as an example. And have they known everything about technology, people wouldn't be taking advantage of them. With scamming and with so many things that seniors go through because they don't know about the system and they have to trust
Yeah.
somebody else to help them. And I'm like, I'm not a senior yet, but I'm getting that way. So by the time I get there, I'm not going to let people take advantage of me just because I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, it's a scary one because we think we're on top of it right now. When we get to a certain age, I wonder
Yeah.
what's coming behind us that we have no idea about right now. So the more
Yes.
we can keep in the knowledge, the better. So that, like you said, yeah, my mom was scammed and it wasn't even AI or any of that. She just
Yes.
the typical doorbell. Your daughter said to give me the typical.
Oh,
Yeah, it was
Yeah, but the fact that everything is done electronically with computers nowadays, you have to fill out a form. You have to fill out request
my mom
services.
was my mom
Everything is
was
done online.
mom swears it was me who said that, and this is before AI. Can you imagine now when she knows that when you know that my voice can actually be cloned and she will
Yeah.
swear, I'm like, Mom, it wasn't me. And everyone's like, no, they really make you believe it was you. And she did believe.
Yep.
And in this case, now I can truly be cloned. Right now, it could truly be someone that sounds like me saying, Mom, I'm in trouble, send me money. So, yeah, it's scary. So the more you know.
I think we better let you go home. Thank you very much.
All right.
And we will see you again.
That's great.
All
Thank you.
right.
Thank you
Bye,
very much.
everybody.
Take
Bye,
care.
Stephanie. Bye, Lee. Bye.
See you.
Whoever's left. Okay, bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye
Cameron. Bye.
bye.
Bye-bye.